working together. You had worked at the same company. It was for a while, right?
For 10 years, and the previous company was 15 years.
What made you decide to leave that organization?
It's because of the fact that we are in the travel industry. The main clients we have was all for traveling internationally. Our specialty was creating dynamic packages for international passengers. So most of the companies which bought our software were not doing business. And even our software as a service, which we hosted on Amazon Cloud, even that was not fetching us much revenue. Then I said, it's time to come to my site to see what I can do. That's when I, by chance, hit up on your webinar, I think. And then from there, I started my automation. I started creating my Excel file with the master list of all the companies.
At what point did you say, I need help?
Somebody approached me from Amazon and they wanted me to interview with them. I went through the interview phases. I knew, it didn't go through. Part of it went in well, part of it didn't go well. When Amazon contacted me and then after that, Facebook tried to contact me, I said I was all confident, I'm going to get a job.
Yeah.
But I fell into a deep hole, try to apply for jobs. It wasn't going anywhere. Rejected.
Qualified for all of them, rejected for all of them, right?
So I didn't know whether it is because of my qualifications or because of the fact that I stayed in one company.
You start thinking something's wrong with you.
That's right. After that, I started joining this one, talking to you and Kala, and then slowly that confidence started building into me and not only, initially it was I was attending only the weekly conferences. Then I started attending the daily coaching conferences. Those daily classes, the group classes, I could feel that I have a one-on-one interaction. I was gaining a lot of experience. I knew what is there in the technological world and what is required in this current world.
The stars aligned really quickly. And they take one of the first opportunities that come to mind. It's a 70% increase in responsibilities and it's a 70% increase in the compensation. You also had a pipeline of other opportunities. You could have took something sooner, but you were just waiting and saying, hey, we were the right one's coming, the right one's coming.
No, first I accepted, I was okay. United Health, the main company where I got a consulting position, it was one interview I got through, as an enterprise architect. The first interview, you always tell, the first 10 minutes, if they like you, they like you. Otherwise, they don't like you. They like me the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The first 10 minutes, I spoke to the director and the VP. They finally gave me the offer.
People could like a lot of people if they knew what to say. Because we practice on your pitch and storytelling and objections. And I tell you what, and if you're branded correctly, when all of these come together, it makes this process a lot easier. And I know you kind of already answered my next question, which is what you find most valuable. And you basically said the group interaction, the daily coaches clinics that we do. We also share wins on those group calls and obviously the individual support.
I want to really thank Megan and a special thanks to Diane. He said, Sandy, one good thing. When you finish up an answer to a question, don't stop with a period, put a comma. So every time when somebody asks a question, I answer that and ask the question back. That way, 50% of the questions on me was reduced.
Because you got to control the interview. Just like we always say, hey, if it is to be, it's up to me. And if on the interview, they're just asking you a bunch of questions, but you don't know what they're really looking for, what the challenges are, and all of those questions we kind of talk about and how to answer, it's not as effective. What advice would you have for someone who is considering working with us?
First thing is, from a technical perspective, don't worry even if you lack technical knowledge in some other field, but you can always manage by the way you speak to them. Get trained on how to talk in an interview, because every step of the interview is a learning experience. Concentrate on trying to make yourself interview perfect by attending more interviews, by attending more coaching classes. And there's a lot to learn from you and from your guys. You guys are very experienced. That there's a lot to learn from them.
Is there any doubt in your mind that if someone joined our program, if they put in the effort, that they would not be successful?
They will be successful. They have to be successful.
There's
no
absolutely.
If they are not successful, you're not going to leave them until they are successful.